Good morning, Claiborne.
Good morning.
Good morning. The committee of parole is reconvened at Claiborne Detention Center. Time is 10:45. With the staff at Claiborne, introduce yourself.
Good morning. I'm Roxanne Aubrey.
Officer Aubrey, thank you for facilitating this hearing. Would the offender please introduce yourself and give us the Department of Corrections ID?
My name is Gary Howard. My ID number is 2019 070009.
No, sir. When is your birthday, Mr. Howard?
9/26/78.
And your DOC number is 372087.
Yes, sir.
Officer, could you readjust the camera so that we can see Mr. Howard's entire face? There you go. There you go. That's perfect. That's perfect.
Got it?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Howard, let me explain the process to you. I will read some information into the record. Once that information is the record, we'll conduct a parole interview with you. At the appropriate time, we'll give the officer with us a chance to give an evaluation of your incarceration. At the very end, we'll ask you to make a brief statement on your behalf. You understand the process?
Yes, sir.
Let me just check the master record. Okay. Mr. Howard, you are a fifth felony offender. Your offenses are possession of a firearm or carrying a concealed weapon by persons convicted of certain felonies. Possession with the intent to distribute marijuana. You were sentenced on Kettle Parish docket number 26898 on March 14th, 2008, and you were revoked on that sentence on January 16, 2014. On Kettle Parish docket number 318-396, you were sentenced on July 17, 2014. Cattle Parish docket ended in 9-8, 10 years. Cattle docket ending in 96, 18 years. Your parole date was March 28, 2018. You're not eligible for good time, and your full term date, September 28, 2031. Is this information correct?
Yes, sir.
Your case has been assigned to Mr. Freeman. Would you please answer Mr. Freeman's question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Howard, how old are you?
43. I'll be 44 in September.
Okay. What is your educational level?
A GED.
Did you get that while you was incarcerated?
Yes, sir.
Good deal, good deal. What year did you receive that GED?
It was 2001.
That was once. That was one of your first periods. Okay, how long have you been in jail on this charge?
8 years and 10 months.
On you, about half. Okay. Tell me a little bit about the possession of a firearm. What happened? Did you shoot at an apartment?
A guy threatened me and I defended myself, but I was convicted felon for firearm.
Okay. Did you fire the weapon?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You just fired it at an apartment, correct?
It was in the parking lot.
In the park, okay? And you also have the possession of marijuana. Were you a user or a dealer?
I was a user, but I was convicted of an intent.
Okay. Have you received any treatment for drug usage?
I'm in substance abuse as we speak.
Okay. What class you're in?
Mars 1.
What is it?
Mars 1.
Uh, you taken any other classes since you've been in prison?
Parenting and anger management.
At what age did you start using drugs?
I would say around 14.
Okay. What drugs you started with?
Marijuana,
What did you progress to?
cocaine.
Okay, so you use marijuana and cocaine. About how often you used when you was on the street?
Just last time I was out, only thing I was using was marijuana, but it was on a daily basis.
Okay. And last time you out, you stayed out for what? Almost
I think like 15 months.
okay, that was all you stayed out? Okay, I thought you stayed out more than that. Okay. All right. You have one child. Do you have any contact with that child?
I've spoke to him twice since I've been incarcerated. I have a daughter I just found out about since I've been incarcerated.
Your supervision record, it's not the best. You on probation. It was in 2001. It was terminated on the side, and then you had a UUA charge on unauthorized use of a movable. That was revoked. You had a possession of illegal stolen things. That one you completed, and then you got out 3/14/08, and you was placed on good time parole. That was revoked on 1/16/14, pending charge. All law enforcement is opposed. Your family is unopposed. You have a long criminal history and a history of violence. Was guns involved in any of that other arrest?
No, sir.
How old were you at your first arrest?
17.
Yes. Pled guilty to misdemeanor concealed weapon. What was that weapon in 97?
In 97.
Yeah, 45 days you got on that charge.
Oh, that was
City-
yeah, that was a gun.
That was it?
Yeah.
Okay. And in 7/12/98, illegal use of weapons, dangerous instrumentalities, attempted second-degree murder. What was that about?
A guy shot at me and my family members when we was at a convenience store.
And you shot back at him?
Yes, sir, but those charges was dismissed.
Right, I'll see that. What about the armed robbery, 2 counts? It was dismissed, but did you have a gun in that offense also?
No, sir, it was never really an armed robbery. There was the shooting scheme behind it comes behind
The same day. Okay.
yes, sir. It steamed behind gambling. Guys gave me well, I didn't pay the guy, and he said he called the police, said I robbed him.
Okay. You've been in a long time. You hadn't taken a bunch of programs. Have you been at places where programs were offered?
No, sir, had too much time, they said.
You had too much time, okay? What is gonna be your transitional plan if you were to get out?
Right now, I have a job waiting on me at a nursing home doing maintenance, and I wanted to go back to school for try to get my CDL, the Decent Driving Academy,
Where are you gonna live?
with my mother.
Okay? What town is that gonna be in?
Keithville.
Heathville, okay, pretty small town. So in your lifetime, have you ever taken any long-term substance abuse treatment?
No, sir.
Has it ever been offered, or you just hadn't had time to take it?
No, it's never been offered. I took trying to remember. I took one on my last incarceration in the parish for like I think 10 months.
All right, that's all the questions I have, Mr. Woodford.
Ms. Jackson? Nothing. Mr. Howard, I've been sitting down here and listening intently, and you said you've never had the opportunity to take a long-term substance abuse program. Is that correct?
Yes, I said it was never offered.
Okay, so why were you at exposure maximum in the Steve Hall program in 2014, and you only stayed there a month and you were removed from the program?
I was never enrolled in the program, sir. They said I had too much time and they shipped me.
So basically, you went to Steve Hall for that program, but you said you had too much time, so they shipped you out and sent you to the hunt.
Yes, sir. I never got enrolled. I got interviewed, and when everybody else went to the program, they never sent me there. They wound up shipping me to hunts.
So tell me, when you got out on supervision in 2012, and you were in the Freeport district, and you absconded from supervision for 7 months. Where were you?
Smoking marijuana, sir. I was not doing right.
So for 7 months, you just didn't report or do anything you were supposed to do.
No, sir.
That-
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When was your last disciplinary write-up?
January 20, 2020.
What was that for?
It was a country band and a Defiance.
Okay, what was the contraband?
The country bands was my blood pressure medicine.
How'd you get a contraband for having your blood pressure medicine?
Because at the facility I come from, it was KOP, but once I got here, they said I wasn't allowed to have it on my person.
Exactly. As soon as you go to field call, you're supposed to take your medication in front of the officer and leave.
Yes, sir.
And you were storing it up.
I had a couple of pills for like at night when I don't have access to any, and if I eat a ramen noodle or something and my blood pressure's up, I have no access to getting anything for my blood pressure.
Blood pressure medicine isn't taken that way. It's either taken a couple of times a day or once a day, and you take it on a regular basis, basically at the same time each day. You don't take the medicine because you think your blood pressure went up.
Yes, sir.
So basically, you don't follow rules. You've been convicted of 5 felonies. According to our document, we don't see any documentation of the anger management or the parenting class.
I'm enrolled.
The only thing we see is a victim accountability letter. When did you complete anger management?
I'm enrolled in those classes at this moment.
So when you told Mr. Freeman that you completed anger management, you meant to say that you were enrolled in those classes right now.
Yes, sir. I never said I completed it.
And what was the name of the substance abuse program you're in now?
Mars. It's
And what is Mars?
risk management.
Okay, well, risk management 1 and 2.
Yes.
What phase are you in now?
I'm in phase 1.
So you still have to complete phase 1, and then there's a phase 2.
Yes, sir.
The entire legal community is opposed to your release. You have a poor supervision history. You've taken no programs or you've completed no program, but you're in a process of taking programs now. And you have an extensive criminal history, and you've had a disciplinary write-up as late as January of 2020. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
At this time, would you like to make a closing statement?
Yes, sir. I know I haven't been on the right path, sir, but I have gotten myself together because I understand that my decisions are hurting more than just me, my family members and all. And I wanted to apologize to them for it and have the opportunity to show them that I could do better. That's why I got myself on the right track. And I feel like I can make it out there in the society.
Thank you, Mr. Howard. It's a panel ready to vote.
Move from executive session, please.
It's been moved. Do we have a second? Oh, okay. It's been properly moved and second by Mr. Freeman, second by Ms. Jackson, that we have an executive session.
Ms. Johnson? Yes. Mr. Wiltshire?
Yes.
Mr. Freeman?
Yes.
Mr. Howard, we're going into executive session to discuss confidential matters. We should only be a second.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Howard, we're back. Is the panel ready to vote?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Freeman?
Okay, Mr. Howard, I really think you're on the right trail. But I feel you need to complete those classes that you are in right now. And upon completing those classes, you need to reapply, and I think my decision will be different. But today, I'm going to deny your parole due to your lengthy criminal history and your supervision record.
Ms. Jackson?
The same, Mr. Howard. I think you're starting to turn the corner. Took you a while, and I think you're starting to turn the corner. I do think you need to complete both phases of risk management as well as any other programs that you're currently in, anger management and parenting. You're eligible to reapply in 6 months. So my vote today would be to deny, urge you to reapply, complete more programs, and not have any disciplinary write-ups. And if you do that, I think you'll be in a more favorable situation.
Thank you, Ms. Jackson. Mr. Howard, you received 2 votes to deny your request with an urgent message to complete the program, enroll in any other program that you might be available to you, and reapply as soon as you complete those programs. And the story next time may be different. I too agree with my colleagues this morning. My vote is to deny. You have received 3 votes to deny your request. Your request for early release has been denied. You have a good day. That completes our cases at Claiborne Detention Center. Time is 11:06 a.m. Thank you, Claiborne.